WBTV News starts right now with breaking news.
And that breaking news tonight, police say they have found the car that was stolen by a sexual assault suspect here in Charlotte. However, that suspect still on the loose tonight. But first here on WBTV News at 11, a Davidson teacher killed in Mexico being remembered by hundreds of family and friends today. Lee, thanks so much. Breaking tonight, information coming into our newsroom here. Officials confirming they are responding to a shooting right now in Mooresville. A mother and her 5-year-old child recovering after being shot early this morning in their Steel Creek home. The latest on the search for the shooter. Plus,
I want to believe that he was a good person that made a bad decision.
A restaurant owner speaking out after 3 of her staff members were held at gunpoint during an attempted armed robbery. In an interview you'll only see here on WBTV. Lee Brock joining us. Last week at this time, snow was falling. This week we were kind of dealing with fog, but she said the next couple days should be getting better, finally.
Don't we deserve Senator to explain, Ben?
Yeah, Paul and Maureen, and a lot of times we don't get very clear pictures of these suspects, but this time not the case. Take a look here. You should be able to see very clearly. First tonight, though, we do have breaking news west of Salisbury and Rowan County. At least one person is dead after a terrible crash on Mooresville Road. Now, Lindsay, it's about time. I know some folks having serious cases of cabin fever, a lot of this rain. Hopefully this nice weather sticks around.
Yeah, we had another rainy day yesterday.
Yeah, Molly and Jamie, we've been out in Union County most of the day. This morning we saw real problems on about a dozen roads, and then a lot of them cleared up, but then we were getting more reports now as some of these creeks and streams fill up, getting onto roads. We're on Shannon Road right now. Lee, thanks so much. Well, despite that weather today, dozens came out across our area to help honor the fallen veterans as a part of Wreaths Across America. The health department says that employee that tested positive for this, possibly you heard, serving, handling food there on October 30th. So the advice is simple. If you were here on that day, get vaccinated. Tip-off begins in less than an hour. WBTV's Ashley Stroline joining us live now from the Spectrum Center tonight. Ashley, I'm sure it'll be crowded. The only time for some of these people to see LeBron in town. Well, Molly, I just did a story about this yesterday, talking about the concern of trees coming down here in Myers Park. But we have our first issue here. This is in Myers Park, right off of Sharon Road. Right now, police looking for a man who carried out a home invasion in Matthews. They say it happened this morning where he broke into an 85-year-old woman's home. Right now, local and federal authorities continue to search for a 13-year-old girl who's been missing now for 6 days. New at 11, a bar in Concord wasted no time getting back open after a car came crashing through the building yesterday. And it's a team effort because if you're the top, you throw it and it kind of makes it like halfway down. The next person throws it.
Tag team a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Paul, that's right. Like you mentioned, 150 people is what we were told yesterday. We know as of yesterday, 21 people had been vaccinated. We won't know the total number today until about 7 o'clock tonight.
Ben?
It's going to be someone that most of you know. Former South Carolina Congressman Mick Mulvaney has just been announced as President Donald Trump's future acting chief of staff. And to give you an update, we were out here today. We did not see any detectives back out at this spot today. We did speak with a detective with the Gastonia Police Department.
Option for him?
So yeah, I talked to him about that, and Brooks tells me for small businesses like his, it's very, very limited. Very limited. And the thing is, if you go somewhere else, like another loan, it's going to have very high interest rates. Oh. Yeah, it was nasty, Jamie. This morning, that car hit one of those overhanging big metal signs, took it completely off its base. So I-77 Mobility Partners decided to make the choice to shut down 77 northbound completely. Molly, absolutely. You know, we've had the rain that has gotten heavier, and you can see these wind gusts really have gotten strong over the past couple of hours. Good right now, just mostly in our area, hovering around that $2 mark, just above that $2 mark. There are many places in South Carolina, though, that are below that $2 mark. Over $11 million spent by outside groups just in those two races, the 9th and the 13th.
And through so much, why relive this pain?
Well, she says, the woman says that the only reason she shares her story is to make sure others know that it's a reality. She knows there's still a lot of work to be done. She also knows many people don't have stories that end as well as hers.
I'll sing for you, King.
It's one of Joy Anderson's favorite places on earth, behind a mic playing the piano.
My voice was taken away for a long time. You know what I mean? So I want to use my voice to sing about what God's done.
Joy never thought her life would take her into the dark world of human trafficking.
My upbringing was really good.
She was raised in South Carolina, adopted by parents that encouraged her in dance and music. But when she was 17, a chance meeting during a tough time in her life began a journey of nearly a decade of abuse and trafficking.
What I see every day in that life is these pimps doing stuff that's so evil. They don't care.
She had been targeted, and after being trafficked for sex across several states and more cities than she can remember, she was rescued right here in Charlotte. In a hotel, the FBI had set up a sting, and the agent told Joy there were 2 women who wanted to help her. They were from Justice Ministries, an organization that reaches out to victims of human trafficking.
I remember just seeing them walk in the room, and it's like there was this light on them.
Now she's married. She leads worship for the youth at Steel Creek Church and uses her story and platform to help others.
When I drive by a hotel, I don't see a hotel sign. I know that somebody's getting trafficked, so there's work to be done.
And she wants those that may be victims tonight to know and hear this.
If God rescued me out, He doesn't favor me over you. He'll rescue you out too.
Tomorrow at the Booth Playhouse in Founders Hall, the Carolina Voices are holding a concert to benefit and help support survivors of trafficking. Joy is going to be featured there and sing a little as well. Molly?